Hi friends, this is Tom. I just wanted to take a few minutes and talk with you about some of the exciting things that are going on and to share with you hopefully what will be some big changes in your life. So please bear with me while I switch over to a written presentation. Makes it a little bit easier to explain some of the points I'm going to make. Hi, this is Tom again, and I'd like to just explain a few important pieces of information and hopefully ask you some questions that will get you thinking about the choices you're making and decide, well, is this really what I want to do and is this in my best interest? Today we're talking about how financial choices are going to affect you and your future. And I think just kind of starting off talking about a job. Hopefully most of us have jobs, and for those of us that don't, maybe we'll be able to make some of that change today for you. Uh, what I'm going to start with is, let's pretend that this guy or girl right here is unhappy, and I'm going to explain why in just a second, but let me start off with the job. And that's an acronym that I have for just over broke. And you say, wow, most of us, we work really hard. Our parents have worked really hard. Our grandparents have worked really hard, and so on. And we see people just work, 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 and hopefully they're able to make it and pay the bills. But ultimately, what happens most of the time is they just end up being just over broke. And they're tired and frustrated and unhappy, and they do it day in and day out. Well, what I'm hoping to do is help you stop doing that. And again, that's why I have this here. Stop doing that. Because you know what? You don't have to be this guy or girl. You don't have to be just over broke. And I'm going to explain how. First of all, somebody once asked me what my dreams were. And I had a very specific list of them. I wanted to have financial freedom. I wanted to be able to not have my wife work. I wanted to have a farm for my family. My daughter loves animals, and I wanted to do that and get that for her. I have a very specific set of dreams. I want to love what I do. I want to help people. Your dreams, will be some of that, maybe none of that, maybe all of that. But it doesn't matter what the dreams are because they're your dreams. And when the other person asked me that question, he said, well, how long is it going to take you to get those dreams? And I thought about it, and truthfully, it would take me many, many, many years to get those in order to, and you know what, by the time I got them, my life would have changed in such a massive way just because of people growing and new things happening that I wouldn't have been able to enjoy it with them. And so I had to make some choices. And my choices were either A, to continue to do what I'm doing, or B, do something different. Which is why I'm asking you to think about your dreams. Okay? Can you accomplish some of those? Maybe one of your dreams is to help people. Don't know, but it could be. Or maybe it's maybe one of your dreams is to get a nice house. Maybe one of your dreams is to have a nice car. Or to not have to work. We'll put freedom. Hopefully, one of the most important dreams you have is to be happy. I hope this is about all of them. I mean, truthfully, not that these objects or things are going to make you happy, but just living life and really loving what you do is an important thing. And I hope that's the number one goal for everybody because the world will be a much better place if that's true. So again, I mean, think about it. What are your dreams? And can you really get them doing what you're doing? There's an important quote, and Einstein talked about this, and it says, you can't solve the problems of today with the same thinking that got you to them. So think about that. Basically what it's saying is that if you're struggling right now, then why would you keep doing the same things you're doing? Because you're just going to get the same results. I mean, this is not Einstein level material here. This is common sense. And so when I think about it, we all have choices. And I mean, in this situation, I'm going to explain some of them. So number one, you can continue to be this guy or girl over here, unhappy, frustrated, and be the only person that day working at that job, that just over broke job. Okay, we're going to put that in quotes. Now, you could be the person over here who's very happy, and I'm going to explain why. This person has 4 people working for them that day to make money. Now you say, okay, we'll explain that. Number 1 is that person. Then that person starts a business, and they start to create a money-making team. And by doing that, they have other people that want to also join that situation, and they get their money-making team going. So in essence, if you can understand the choice here, the choice is either A, and let me scroll down, we'll start off in a cleaner space. You can either have one person working for you that day or you can have four. The choice is yours, but it's obvious that the four is greater. Think about this. When you go to work, I mean, hopefully you love what you do, but if you don't, if it's really just a job, then you know what? Why not get paid the most you can for it and get the financial freedom that you're after? So again, I mean, just thinking about it logically, in these situations, you have a choice. You can go ahead and keep doing that one, be the only person working that day, and face the same struggles. I mean, truthfully, a person's income in this situation, unless you raise your skills, you're only going to get what you're going to get. So you're going to be the only person working that day, and truthfully, you're faced with a situation of my income's probably going to stay the same. Okay, and in some cases, maybe you'll even lose some hours because of downsizing or lose that job. But unfortunately, the bills keep going up. So I mean, these are all important points. I mean, just think about it logically. Hopefully you're here and you have a job and you're just looking to make some extra money. But if you're here and you don't have a job and you're looking at this video, this is the most powerful message I can send to you. Have a team of people making money for you. Improve yourself and your skills and learn the knowledge necessary to build a successful team. And I'll explain more about that in a minute, but it's just the basic principle that people really need to get and understand that it's the way to true financial freedom. Now, your problems with a job, with that just over broke. Number one, the hours could be terrible. All right. Number two, the pay could be bad. All right. Number three, the people you work with could be the issue. Whether it's a boss or a series of coworkers or whatever. Maybe it's the how hard the job is. Maybe it's a very labor-intensive job. Maybe you're out in the cold or the hot or the heat. It just depends. But I mean, any of these things could be the case. But in my opinion, the number one problem with the job is that you're locked in. Yes, you're guaranteed to get money, but you're locked into only that amount of money. And unfortunately, as I said before, the bills are not locked in. They just keep going up. And we've seen it, whether it be food prices, gas prices, entertainment prices, medical expenses. It doesn't matter what the expense is. Things keep going up. And unfortunately, if your money's not going up with it, you're going to go broke safely. I mean, you're going to have a job, you're going to have some of that security, and you're going to be locked in to being broke. And hopefully you've had enough of that. You want something better. So again, the choice is in your hands of what you want to do. What are some of the things that stop people from making change? Well, number one, and obviously the most important one that people face, is fear. Things are new. When things are new, when things are different, people have a tendency to go away from it because they don't know. It's the unknown. And I think about it and I'm like, why is the unknown such a bad thing? Why do we only think about the negative? Well, just think about what the positives of this could be. I mean, truthfully, if you could find a way to get these people here making money for you, to have four people, so you go from that one to four, that would be phenomenal. Okay? But then think about the power of this. What if these four people do the same thing and they sign up three people? And what if these people each sign up three people? Next thing you know, after these layers happen, you have a team of 40 working for you. And over here on this side of the equation, just one. So think about it. 1 to 40, in my opinion, that's a no-brainer. That's not even close. I'd choose the 40 any day. But again, that's why people have choices, and the freedoms that we enjoy is to be able to make that decision. Now, I'm not asking people to quit their jobs. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not asking you to walk away from what you love to do. What I'm saying is that maybe there's a way to even work part-time, learn the skills, build your team, and hopefully increase your money. And I mean, if you work at this, there's a guarantee that you're going to be able to do that, because some of the amounts of investments are so low that there's a massive potential for return. I'm not one of these people who ask people to buy or sell or be part of anything unless I'm willing to do it myself and unless I see the value in it. Remember, I'm invested in this. I have a team. I have a family. I have people that I care about that depend on me to do well. And there's no way I'm going to let them or you down if you decide to join my team. I mean, hopefully by now you can see the benefit of making some of these choices. And to me, it's a common sense no-brainer that you'd want to have more people working to make you money that day. The question comes in is what's the risk and how can you avoid that? And honestly, some of that just basically boils down to a very simple question. Are you interested or committed to your dreams? If you're just interested, you'll talk about it and you'll even dream about it. But when it comes down to it, will you really take action? And let's go ahead and look at this because this is where the committed part comes in. If you're committed, you're going to take action. You're going to make choices on your time. You're going to make choices on your investments. You're going to make choices on your education. You're going to work with leaders and winners and people who are shown that they can do what they're talking about and teach you to do the same. Which is why that team becomes so important. If you can get and become part of a great team, that's what we're talking about to achieve those dreams. To that important point about saying there's one thing about dreaming about something, about talking about it and leaving it over here where it's this idea, where somebody says that'd be fun, that'd be great, compared to actually that taking action and building that in. And that's obviously the big difference. And you know what, then when you make this choice, you kind of say, well, I'm committed to this and I'm not going to go backwards on this and I believe in it and I'm going to keep going till I'm successful. So it is that dedication. You have to be dedicated to your success in order to reach those dreams. And again, and the ideas of it are one thing, but again, when you got to take action and make the choices, that's a bigger deal. So the next step that you're wondering about, well, what do I have to do? How do I do it? And this is, again, another point that I've already touched on, but I want you to hear it again. There are many options. So let's just start off with that. There are many options. You have the choices. I can help you with them. But the point is that, you have to overcome your own limitations in your mind. You have to get away from the I can't do it because. I can't do it because I can't sell. Or I don't have any money. Or I don't have any time. Or I don't know how. Or I'm scared. I mean, all of these are objections, reasons that your mind comes up with to say, wait a minute, I want to be safe and to protect yourself, and I understand all of them because I started my business and I wasn't in business. I was in education and in social services. I was helping people, and now I'm still helping people, but in a different way. All right. So more than all these other issues and concerns, number one, again, that's thinking about the negatives. And that's important because we want to get off the negatives and move to the positives. What about what happens when you can be successful, when you learn how to do these things, when you rebudget your time, when people talk about money? I mean, let's just talk about that one. People will go out and spend $10 at a drive-through or, $20 at a dinner or whatever the case may be. And you know what? They blow money all the time in really, really, really easy ways. And it becomes about investment. I mean, if I told you today that if you gave me $100 by the end of the evening, I would give you back $1,000 tomorrow. Even if you didn't have the money in your own pocket, your own account, whatever, you'd call people, you'd connect with people, you'd find somebody to give you the $100, and you'd give them $200 back tomorrow, and you'd keep the $800 for yourself. Okay? This is common sense, no-brainer. I mean, everybody would do it. All right. So what I'm saying to you is that it's about that creative thinking. There's not an excuse. It's about moving forward and saying, I'm going to find a way to do this, and I'm going to learn, and I'm going to connect with people on a powerful team. And again, that team. I keep talking about it because that's the difference. That's the difference between the 1 and the 40. Let's talk. Let me go down here. I'm just going to move this down, scroll down, get to a new page here for you. And I mean, think about that again. The difference between the 1 and the 40. And I'm going to grab my pen. And I say, you know what? I choose the 40 and many, many, many more over and over and over again, which is the choices you're going to have to make. You're going to have to decide, can I get over my fears? Can I cancel them out? Do I see the benefit? Am I going to look at the potential? Am I going to solve the problems of today with different thinking than what I've done before? Am I going to learn? Am I going to achieve? And those are the questions. I mean, it's right there for you. You just have to make some choices. The reason I haven't talked about buying or selling anything here in this video specifically is because it isn't about that. If I told you I had the best product in the world and every single person wanted it, and they could afford it and they'd buy it from you and all this great stuff, it wouldn't matter unless you believed it and unless you believed in it. And so once you understand the process and you believe in that, then you could I'd be glad to talk with you and say, all right, you know what, now you understand what we're after here. Now you have a little bit of the vision and you're going to take steps to make that happen. You're going to follow through on the vision. You're going to act on the vision. Act on the vision. And if that's you at this point, on this page, you'll see various ways to contact me. My Skype ID, my cell phone number, my website, my blog, so on. You'll have all those things available to you. What I'm hoping you'll do is reach out. Again, you'll make a choice and then follow up on it. Get in touch with me, and let's start the process of getting you towards your dreams, getting you towards the things that you want. Again, this is about dreams, and I'm going to try to write much better here, much better here for you. This is about your dreams, not about mine, not about what Tom wants, not about what anybody else wants. This is about your dreams. You have to decide, are you going to take action on those, and are you going to move and to get them? Are you going to be committed to them? And if that's you, again, reach out. I'm here. I won't fail, and I'm going to do my best to make sure that you won't fail, that you will succeed. But again, that's you having to meet in the middle and believing in that choice. So I hope to talk to you soon. Reach out, ask any questions you have, and have a great day.